Have you ever heard someone say, well, that's just what happens when you get older, and felt a little discouraged, like aging means you're destined to slow down or lose your spark? If you're over 60, you've probably run into all sort of ideas about what aging is supposed to look like. Some of them might even make you feel like you're fighting a losing battle. But here's the truth. Not everything you hear about aging is accurate, and some of these myths can hold you back from living your fullest, most vibrant life. In this video, we're going to bust 4 dangerous myths about aging after 60 and share what you really need to know to thrive. These aren't just opinions. They're backed by science and real-life stories that show aging to be a time of growth, energy, and joy. So, grab a comfy seat, maybe a cup of coffee, and let's dive into the first couple of myths and set the record straight. One of the biggest myths out there is that after 60, you're bound to lose your strength and mobility, like it's just a natural part of getting older. I can't tell you how many times I've heard people say, "Oh, my knees are shot, it's just my age." My friend Margaret, who's 67, used to believe this too. She thought her stiff joints meant she had to give up her daily walks. But here's the reality. While our bodies change with age, losing strength and mobility is inevitable. Research shows that regular, gentle exercise, like walking, yoga, or even light strength training, can keep your muscles strong and joints flexible well into your later years. Margaret started doing chair yoga 3 times a week, and she's back to strolling through her neighborhood, feeling stronger than she did a decade ago. The key is to stay active in ways that suit your body. You don't need to lift heavy weights or run marathons. Just 20 minutes of movement most days can make a huge difference. Try a short walk, some gentle stretches, or even gardening. If you're new to exercise, check with your doctor first. But don't let the myth that aging equals weakness stop you. Your body is capable of so much more than you might think. Another myth that needs to go is the idea that your memory is doomed to decline after 60. How many times have you heard someone joke, "I'm having a senior moment," when they forget a name or misplace their keys? It's such a common belief that memory loss is just part of aging, but it's not the whole story. My neighbor Tom, who's 69, used to worry every time he forgot a word, thinking it was a sign of serious decline. But studies show that while some cognitive changes happen with age, significant memory loss isn't a given. Your brain can keep forming new connections if you challenge it. Tom started doing crossword puzzles and joined a book club, and he says his mind feels sharper than ever. Simple habits like learning a new skill, reading regularly, or even playing card games can keep your brain engaged. Even better, staying socially active, like chatting with friends or volunteering, boosts memory too. The trick is to keep your mind active, just like you keep your body moving. Try setting aside 10 minutes a day for a brain game, like a puzzle or learning a few words in a new language. You'll be amazed at how sharp you can stay. These myths, that you're destined to lose strength and that your memory will inevitably fade, can make you feel like aging is all about limitations. But the truth is, you have so much power to shape how you age. By staying active and keeping your mind engaged, you're already rewriting the story of what life after 60 can be. Let's keep debunking these myths and explore a couple more that might be holding you back from living your best life. You're already seeing through the myths that aging means you're bound to lose strength or that your memory is doomed to slip away. By staying active and keeping your mind engaged, you're proving those old ideas wrong and setting yourself up for a vibrant life after 60. But there are a couple more myths floating around that can trip you up if you buy into them, and they're just as important to tackle. Let's dive into the next one. The belief that after 60, you can't learn new things or take on new challenges. I've heard so many people say, "I'm too old to start something new," whether it's picking up a hobby, learning technology, or even changing their routine. My friend Linda, who's 66, used to think this way too. She was intimidated by her smartphone, convinced she'd never figure it out. But here's the truth. Your brain is built to keep learning at any age. Science calls this neuroplasticity, and it means your brain can form new connections no matter how old you are. Linda decided to take a free class at her local library to learn how to use her phone for video calls, and now she's FaceTiming her grandkids and even posting photos online. She says it's like unlocking a whole new world. Research shows that learning new skills, whether it's using a computer, playing an instrument, or even try a new recipe, keeps your brain sharp and boosts confidence. You don't need to become a tech wizard or master a new language overnight. Start small, like watching a tutorial video or joining a local class for something you've always been curious about, like painting or gardening. Set aside just 10 minutes a day to practice, and you'll be amazed at how capable you are. Don't let the myth that you're too old hold you back. Your brain is ready for the challenge. Another myth that needs busting is the idea that you don't need as much social connection as you age, or that it's normal to feel isolated. You might hear people say, "Oh, it's fine to spend more time alone as you get older," or maybe you felt like it's harder to stay connected. My neighbor Clara, who's 71, used to think she was okay spending most days alone after her kids moved away. But she started feeling low, and her energy just wasn't the same. The truth is, social connection is just as vital after 60 as it was when you were younger, maybe even more so. Studies show that staying connected with friends, family, or your community can improve your mood, reduce stress, and even lower the risk of health issues like heart disease. Clara joined a local walking group, and now she looks forward to her weekly chats with new friends. She says it's like a weight lifted off her heart. You don't need a packed social calendar to make this work. Simple things, like calling a friend for a catch-up, joining a book club, or volunteering at a community center, can make a big difference. Even small interactions, like chatting with a neighbor or smiling at someone at the grocery store, add up. If you're feeling shy, start with one small step, like inviting a friend for coffee or signing up for a group activity you enjoy. Social connection isn't just about fun. It's like medicine for your mind and body, keeping you energized and engaged. By letting go of the myth that you can't learn new things and embracing the power of staying connected, you're opening up a world of possibilities. Aging doesn't mean closing doors. It's about finding new ones to walk through. These truths can help you live with more confidence, joy, and purpose, no matter your age. Let's keep exploring how to break free from outdated ideas and make the most of your vibrant years. You've already seen through the myths that aging means you're doomed to lose strength, that your memory will inevitably fade, or that you can't learn new things or stay socially connected. By embracing movement, keeping your mind active, learning new skills, and nurturing relationships, you're rewriting what it means to age. You're proving that life after 60 can be full of energy, growth, and connection. But there's one more myth we need to tackle, and it's a big one. The idea that aging means you have to accept declining health as inevitable. You probably heard people say, "Well, that's just what happens when you're older," when it comes to things like chronic pain, low energy, or frequent doctor visits. My friend George, who's 70, used to believe this too. He thought his stiff joints and occasional fatigue were just part of the deal. But here's the reality. While aging brings some changes, declining health isn't a done deal. Research shows that lifestyle choices, like eating well, staying active, and managing stress, can significantly improve your health and even prevent or manage chronic conditions. George started small by adding more vegetables to his meals and doing gentle stretches every morning. He says he feels 10 years younger, with more energy to play golf with his buddies. The key is to focus on what you can control. For example, eating foods like salmon, spinach, or berries can reduce inflammation, while 20 minutes of walking or chair exercises can boost your heart health and mobility. Don't forget sleep. Aiming for 7 to 8 hours a night can help your body repair and recharge. You don't need to overhaul your life. Just pick 1 or 2 healthy habits and stick with them. Check with your doctor to tailor these changes to your needs. But don't buy into the myth that poor health is your destiny. Your body is stronger and more resilient than you might think. As you let go of these myths, that you'll lose strength, memory, the ability to learn, social connections, or your health, you're opening the door to a life that's vibrant and full of possibility. It's not about defying age. It's about embracing it with the right mindset and habits. Think of my Aunt Helen, who's 68. She started walking with a group, trying new recipes, and even learned to use a tablet for video calls. She says she feels more alive now than she did in her 50s, and she's planning a trip with her grandkids. These changes don't happen overnight, but small steps add up to big results. You have the power to shape how you age, and it starts with believing in your potential. Try picking one thing to focus on this week. Maybe a short daily walk, a new hobby, or calling a friend, and see how it lifts your spirits. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Which myth surprised you the most? Or do you have a story about how you've proven one of these wrong? Your experience could inspire someone else in our community. If you found this video helpful, please give a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more tips to thrive after 60. Don't forget to tap the bell icon so you get notified about our new videos every week. Thank you so much for watching, and here's to shattering myths, embracing your strength, and living your best life at any age.